probably played with one back when she was a girl, a Barbie doll. But you're going to meet one college student who has a special relationship to this day with one Barbie in particular. And she's hoping to generate an adult conversation about the impact the doll can have on young women as they grow up. Galea Slayan is a sophomore at Hamilton College, a 20-year-old who still brings a Barbie to school, complete with her own special carrying case.
Missing an arm right now.
But this Barbie did not come from a toy store. It was created by Galea herself.
She's much bigger than the Barbie I used to have.
And that, Galea says, is exactly the point. Galea's version of a life-sized Barbie was put on display at her college for National Eating Disorder Awareness Week.
My goal of Barbie is to create discussion. You can't ignore her.
4 years ago, Galea was overcoming her own battle with anorexia. Although there were many factors that contributed to the disorder, she says the Barbie she was raised with left an impression as she grew up.
This idea of just being so thin and being so perfect. It would always come back to this idea of, looking like this Barbie perfect.
So with some nails, wood, and 2 balloons, Galea says her Barbie came to life. According to Galea's measurements, if Barbie were real, she would stand 6 feet tall with a 39-inch bust, 18-inch waist, and 33-inch hips.
I'm not saying Barbie gives people eating disorders. She's just one factor that really plays a role in a young girl, a young boy's development.
And the reaction on campus was shock and awe.
No one would want to look like that Barbie.
For me and a lot of my friends, it elicited a lot of shame.
Well, that's what the media portrays. This is what counts as beautiful.
Barbie manufacturer Mattel has come under fire before about the doll's proportions, and its website acknowledges Barbie is, quote, not scaled to human measurements.
We can't blame Barbie for all of our body image woes, but this life-size model of Barbie allows parents to say with confidence that Barbie may be fun and games, but she's not real.
A real-life lesson Galea hopes to pass on.
It's beyond the actual Barbie herself. It's really about finding who you are, not wanting to become Barbie, not wanting to become this celebrity, that person. It's about finding that internal you.
Now, in a statement to MSNBC.com, Mattel said girls see female body images everywhere today, and it's critical that parents and caregivers provide perspective on what they are seeing. It's important to remember that Barbie is a doll who stands 11.5 inches tall and weighs 7.25 ounces. She was never modeled on the proportions of a real person. Galea Slayan is here along with Leslie Goldman, a women's health writer and body image expert. Ladies, good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning. Galea, I know we were kind of chuckling a little bit as we look at this life-size Barbie doll that you created, and the guys especially chuckling more. But this is no laughing matter to you because this was something that came out of an eating disorder, right? Do you think Barbie contributed initially to some of those ideas of perfection as a young girl for you?
Definitely. I think Barbie is just one factor in many. There are so many environmental factors that contribute to an eating disorder. Constantly, you think of young girls walking down a grocery store aisle and you see all these different magazines saying how to lose weight or lose 5 pounds. And so there's so many different things, the media, it's your parents, it's your friends. There's just so many pressures to look a certain way and be a certain way. There's this drive for thinness. And so what Barbie does, I mean, you can obviously tell that when she's scaled up, she has these crazy proportions. So as a young girl, when you're looking at her, it's really important to realize that she's not real. And that's the point of the kind of Get Real Barbie campaign, is she isn't real.
Right, and the measurements, to be exact, 39-inch bust, 18-inch waist, 33-inch hips. You found that you based these on the National Eating Disorder Association's website where they have that Get Real Barbie campaign. But are you blaming Barbie for what is sort of, the message that is being put out there to young girls?
No, I wouldn't blame Barbie at all. I think she's just one of so many different factors. And for me, I don't blame Barbie for an eating disorder. There are so many things that contribute to an eating disorder. And there's so many misconceptions of why people have eating disorders.
And Leslie, let me bring you in here because, as we mentioned, so many different things contribute to, I think, the stereotypes and the images that young women see, and they're bombarded with these images of perfection.
Right.
How does that impact young girls who are starting off playing with dolls like that?
So again, we need to clarify, it's Barbie, it's diet pills, it's airbrushed ads, it's reality shows about plastic surgery, and all of these forces kind of conspire to make young girls and grown women feel like garbage about ourselves. And we look at at these images and we think we need to measure up. But obviously, when we see what Galia did, there's no way we can measure up, nor would we want to.
No,
I mean,
some people pay for that, but not here. So now, why should parents and educators really pay real special attention to this message and what Galia is trying to put out there, which is very brave of you to step out. And I think this is a real awakening to all of us.
It is. It's incredibly brave because this happens to millions and millions of young girls and boys too. And I think that what parents need to realize is little kids are so impressionable and they're like sponges. And so I don't think either of us are saying burn the Barbies. I think what we're saying is, make sure that you're a positive role model to your kids and show them, don't refuse to take your cover up off at the beach because you don't want to be seen in a bathing suit. Don't look at yourself in the mirror and,
so you gotta lose those
grab.
10 pounds.
Exactly. Don't talk about being on a diet. Make sure you have control over the media that's coming into your house, the magazines, the lingerie catalogs that might be kind of casually tossed on the kitchen table. Little kids soak that up.
That's absolutely true. Well, ladies, thanks so much. Galia, thank you.
Thank you.
Nice job. All right, Leslie Goldman, thank you.